Hello chat, I am Salty, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be using this Calyrex Shadow Rider and DarkraI team on the Regulation J VGC ladder and provide live commentary as I go. This team I found on the PokePaste repository, so a link to that and the original creator will be down in the description down below. This team features a wide lens DarkraI with Dark Void and Focus Blast, as well as a Gravity Calyrex Shadow Rider in order to increase the accuracy of Darkrai's moves even further. Additionally, for support, this includes a Tornadus and Smiggle, and for some other heavy hitters, we have Rillaboom and Landorus as well for this Calyrex Shadow Rider DarkraI Hyper Offensive team. So now let's get into the battles on the ladder. Let's see what we're up against then, shall we? Instant Arceus lead. It looks to be standard Arceus. It could be E-Speed. Yeah, it could be the E-Speed set. Such an iconic cry that Arceus has. It's one of the very few that, like, it's very easy to recognize. Fake out into Lando is fine. There's Tailwind. Is it going to be Judgment? Oh. Oh no. It's gonna be Extreme Speed Arceus. I didn't realize it was a Swords Dance Extreme Speed Arceus. Arceus wants to think it's the 2016 World Championships. God damn. Yeah, I think Terra Normal Arceus is like basically Mega. It's basically Mega Arceus. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. No, my berry. I'm very pleased to meet you. Ha 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 ha. Wait, we're wide lens. We didn't survive Fluttermane's Dazzling Gleam because of Focus Sash. We're wide lens. Ah. That's crazy. Annoyingly, I can't actually KO the Incineroar yet. This is interesting. We could just get got with Extreme Speed. Like that. Life Orb, Swords Dance, Extreme Speed Arceus. What guy? Yeah, I just can't really touch Incineroar, which is a bit of a problem. And I got burned. Okay, well, I'll be honest, I don't know the Arceus matchup. I had never thought about it before. I remember when I was playing Shadow Rider in Reg G that the plan was just don't bring it into Terrapagos. And I was just trying to do a funny Dark Void strat, to be honest. That was my whole plan here. But clearly that didn't work, so... Please hit DarkraI. DarkraI survive. DarkraI doesn't survive. Well, I've lost. Okay. I got swept by Life Orb, Sword Stance, Arceus because I didn't know it was coming. I love closed team sheet. That's it for the battle. I was like, Miraidon's gonna lead. It didn't. It didn't lead. So yeah, we're gonna Terra the Calyrex, and just in case we get Dark Pulsed by the DarkraI, set Tailwind up, and then go for an Astral Barrage. Terra to Dark here, just so we don't get Dark Pulsed and get one shot. I believe that the... Yeah, it's going for Gravity. That's fine. Oh, we can't practice a taunt it, can we? Probably should have taunted the Sandy Shocks, actually, but it's fine. Now they're a Dark type, at least they can't, like, skill swap Prankster. I mean, they can skill swap Prankster, but what I mean is that they can't skill swap Prankster and then Dark Void us because we are a Dark type. So there's Taunt into Sandy Shocks. In fact, DarkraI probably knows Focus Blast, so maybe tearing to Dark was also not a good idea, but here we go. I just goes for Dark Void. Annoyingly, the animation plays on both, and then it tells you if one of them avoids the attack. And the Pokemon that avoided the attack was Calyrex. This is a Lumberry on the Tornadus, and they forfeit. Nice. I didn't realize that, but that's fun. Buscario. So they have led Koraidon Fluttermane, which is obviously a good combo because it won Worlds, so I'm a big fan of Lunala personally. Actually, I really do enjoy Psychic Dark type Pokemon. Probably my favorite type combo, besides Fire Dark. Shadow Ball and Collision Course, or actually Icy Wind and Flame Charge, probably. It would put them faster than my Tailwind if they did that. But this is fine, so... We have the ability here to... What are we going to do, realistically? Yeah, they're going to withdraw Calyrex, send out Chen Pao. Okay, so that's going for a Sucker Punch. There's Shadow Ball into... Yeah, that's fine. Go for Bleak Wind. We can go for Terra Dark Astral as well. This should be able to break any focus sashes on the enemy side. It is possible that their Chen Pao is something like Assault Vest, to be honest. That would suck, but what can I do? So I'm just going to assume that I'm going to get Sucker Punch. Plus main Protect, so we know it's not Specs. There's Sucker Punch. And it's not boosted by an item like Life Orb, so... Here is Astral Barrage. That does way more than Chen Pao's attack. And here's Bleak Wind, which... Is it going to hit? No. I honestly could have gone for Gravity that turn, and then the Sucker Punch wouldn't have worked. Although now I am weak to Moonblast, which is a bit of a problem. But as long as we hit our attacks, it should be fine. Famous last words from someone that famously runs moves that always miss, so... Let's see. Incin, that's a bold choice. It's probably going to be Sucker Punch again. That's Protect. Okay, they're just trying to stall out my attacks. They're not really dealing much damage to me, which is interesting. In fact, I don't think they've dealt any damage to me. Besides the Sucker Punch. Are we going to hit our Bleak Winds? And no. We are missing 100% of the Bleak Winds we don't take. Tailwind, so let's just double protect. Yeah, just we don't want the Tailwind to expire and not be able to set it back up, so doing this also protects us from the fake out, which is obviously into Shadow Rider. And it's Icicle Crash into... that's fine. So it's Icicle Crash and... Okay. Let's go for Tailwind and Gravity. I've had enough of missing. Let's see if we can hit some of our attacks now. It would be really good if they went for Sucker Punch here. They did not. I did forget that that also means that their moves are more accurate, so Icicle Crash now can't miss. There's Parting Shot, which is fine. I've got Tailwind and I've got Gravity, so I'm just going to put you to sleep now. Yeah, once they switch in, probably Calyrex or Fluttermane. Well, they don't do Pokemon they can switch in, so it's going to be one of them. It's Fluttermane. That's kind of predicted, just because it could Yeah, and then they can switch in. That's booster energy. Okay. I'm gonna say then they can switch in Koraidon to reset the sun, but they don't need to. Here is DarkraI. It's cherishable DarkraI. Obviously it has to be cherishable, doesn't it? Otherwise it's not legal. We should have Tailwind up, so now we can just get an Astral Barrage off, and then if anything does survive, we can put it to sleep with Dark Void. They do go for a double protect, so my sneaky plan of using Dark Void has disappeared, but I only have 2 turns of Tailwind left now, which is actually going to be a problem, because if they can preserve their Flutter Mane, I actually kind of lose to that. My opponent seems to be playing this quite well. Okay. Yeah, obviously, since I have 2 Dark types, Flutter Mane having Moonblast or Dazzling Gleam is kind of a problem for me. But I do have the what's it called? Landorus in the back. It probably would have been better actually to have Rillaboom in the back, since it has priority Grassy Glide. That probably would have been a bit better, to be honest, but here we are. We shall see. If they switch in their Pokemon, they just get put to sleep. Yeah, I think they're just going to try and stall me out, which is quite annoying, to be honest. But honestly, if we can just KO everything else, we just need to leave the Flutter Mane for... Oh, they went for it into DarkraI. Yeah, if we can just take out everything else, then it's just Flutter Mane that's a problem, really. Incin goes to sleep, and so does Chen Pao. Oh, and then Bad Dreams. Beautiful. One more turn of Tailwind, so... I'm just going to Dark Void again and switch in Landorus, because I assume they're going to switch, otherwise both Pokemon go down. However, Flutter Mane Koraidon is their win con, so that's unfortunate for me. Neither Pokemon have used a turn of sleep yet, so they are guaranteed to remain asleep this turn, which they let happen. Now Bad Dreams should activate, so that will deal a little bit of chip on both. My Tailwind does peter out as well, which is quite annoying. And that does also activate Incineroar's Berry. Gem Power is tormented, and that makes it faint. Now you can't KO both Pokemon. It's Flutter Mane. Is Gravity still active? Yes. If they switch out Incin, then this is fine. Ideally, we actually don't want Incin to go down here. However, I don't think it... Yeah, it just goes down. Which is fine, honestly. This should be fine. Flutter Mane is their win con, but I don't think it can attack 2 Pokemon at once, because I would doubt it has Dazzling Gleam. Because it has Shadow Ball and Protect. So I don't know its other 2 moves, but I hope Okay. It's kind of a problem. This is kind of a problem. Now, I want to see what they're going to do, because I don't really know. Honestly, I can just see Shadow Ball into Lando and probably Close Combat into DarkraI. But they burn their Terra now, so it's probably Terra Fire on Koraidon. Oh no, it's Terra Fairy Fluttermane? Yeah. Terra Fairy Fluttermane. Lando used Protect and DarkraI used Protect, so what are they going to do? It's Dazzling Gleam. Okay, they do have Dazzling Gleam. That is quite bad, in all honesty. There's Collision Course into DarkraI. So I don't think that they are going to expect Sansa. So I want to Sludge Bomb into Fluttermane. As honestly, if they do Dazzling Gleam Collision Course again and I am able to get a Sludge Bomb off into Fluttermane, I'm pretty sure it just goes down. I know Fluttermane is bulky, but we have got a few stacked bonuses on this Sludge Bomb. Yeah, DarkraI. It may have the Focus Sash, but it is not surviving the Collision Course. And then Sludge Bomb should just go into Fluttermane. Does get a one-shot, nice. You love to see it. And then from here, we can just Psychic the Koraidon. I know that Astral Barrage has more power, but Psychic is super effective, so there's that. Koraidon now cannot attack both Pokemon, as it does not have any spread moves. Commonly, it does learn, like, Rock Slide, I think, but no one uses Rock Slide on Koraidon. So I believe we are just game, set, and match here to win. Honestly, I think the thing that kind of allowed me to win this was being able to figure out how they could beat me with the Fluttermane. Otherwise, I probably would have just kept clicking Astral Barrage and Dark Void. I wasn't really thinking that much about it, to be honest. It was only after I thought, wait a minute, Fluttermane with the boost is actually kind of fast when I've not got Tailwind anymore. It does become a slight problem. But yeah, that was fine. That is going to be it for this video, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like down below. And if you want to see my videos as soon as they are uploaded, make sure that you subscribe as well. I aim to make VGC content every single week, so if you want to see that, then make sure you subscribe. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.